Welcome back to Al's Kitchen. Today I'm going to teach you how to do a lovely King Prawn dhansak. This is one of my favourites in the Indian restaurants. Usually when I wasn't that hungry but I wanted a curry, King Prawns are nice and light. Let's check out the ingredients. So what you'll need is half a teaspoon of turmeric powder, just over half a teaspoon of garam masala, half a teaspoon of extra hot chili powder. If you don't like it extra hot, just use mild or hot chili powder. Half a teaspoon of coriander powder, half a teaspoon of mild Madras curry powder, just under half a teaspoon of fennel seed. This is going to give a slight aniseedy flavour to the dhansak, but it will not be overpowering. And half a teaspoon of cumin powder. In the centre here we have half a teaspoon of black mustard seeds and a small piece of cinnamon stick. On the side here you'll be using a tablespoon of garlic and ginger paste, one whole red mild chilli, one small red onion. This is 2 teaspoons of jaggery gore. This is the sugar that we'll be using. It's a natural sugar. If you don't have jaggery gore, you can't sauce it, feel free to use brown sugar. A half a teaspoon of salt, a good squeeze of half a lemon, and a small handful of finely chopped coriander, fresh coriander. 100 grams of red lentils. We'll be using king prawns in this curry. These are fresh. Do you remember in a previous video I've said to butterfly these? So you take a sharp knife, be very careful, and basically you just cut down the centre very lightly, and when these cook they open up. The surface area increases of the prawn and they feel a bit more chunky and meaty to eat. So just go through your prawns and butterfly them all. These really don't take long to cook, maybe 3 minutes towards the end of your curry. And feel free to tell me your comments in the comments section below the video. Tell me what you like, tell me what your favourite curries are. Tell me where you go out to eat on a Saturday night. Tell me apart from Indian what you like, because I will be expanding in the future to different nationalities. I'm half Greek Cypriot myself, so I will be throwing in lots of Greek recipes, some nice Italian recipes, a bit of French, lots of English, a little bit of Mexican, a little bit of Thai, some cakes, but all this is to come in the future. The channel is growing, I'm gaining more support and subscribers, and this is motivating me to put more on the channel. Now, enough about me, more about you and this curry. So if you like this curry, if you enjoyed making it and you enjoy the videos, please give me the thumbs up, it means a lot. And don't forget to subscribe, it's the only way you'll be able to follow all the videos. I will be releasing one video every weekend for your enjoyment, so you've been at work all week, put your feet up and you can just watch me cook. Simmer the lentils for around 15 to 20 minutes. Right, so once your lentils are boiled, we're going to drain them and then mash them. So we've boiled and drained the lentils. Now, depending on the consistency of the lentil in the curry you want, you can mash them down a little bit. You don't have to do this too much. I think that's just enough for me. And put them to the side. Right, so let's get cooking. So first off, fire up the flame. Well, you want to heat through some vegetable oil. Just a couple of tablespoons will do. Get the oil nice and hot. Not too hot, we don't want it smoking. We don't want these to go too brown, we just want to soften them and sweeten them. Now, red onions will sweeten a lot faster than the white onion, although you can use white onions if you like, they're perfectly fine to use. If you want to sweeten and cook the onions really fast, I'd recommend the red. Right, so after a few minutes, put in your garlic and ginger paste. Well, once you've cooked those down for a few minutes, push them to the side. And what we're going to do now is add all of the spices. So the black mustard seeds, the cinnamon stick, we'll be fishing this out towards the end, and all of the spices that I listed earlier. This obviously will dry out and absorb the oil, so just add a touch of water. fry those spices. Add the red chilli and add 2 ladles of the lovely golden base gravy. If you want the recipe for this, if you don't already know it, it can be, you can press the link below. This is how you get that lovely Indian takeaway flavour. The secret is in the base gravy. So we're going to cook this down for a few minutes, really sweeten this sauce up, caramelise the onions some more. Don't keep stirring and stirring and stirring, because what we want is for all the caramelisation to take place. This is why you use the cast steel pot, a hardened steel Chinese wok or an aluminium pan, because they conduct a lot of heat, they maintain the same temperature across the surface, and you can really get the caramelisation process moving on. Add the salt and the jaggery gore or sugar. Right, now add in 1 chef spoon of the lentils. Stir that in. See whether you get the desired consistency. I'm going to add another. And now we want to put the prawns in. Give them a stir. And simmer that down for a few minutes, I'd say about 3 or 4 minutes. Remember, if you want this sweeter, add a little more jaggery gore or brown sugar. You can also use white sugar, but I prefer the browns for this curry. This is ready now. I think I'm going to start plating this up. Pan. Oh, this is tasty. I can smell it. I can taste it just by smelling it. A little coriander. A couple of slices of lemon. I didn't tell you about this, folks, at home, but just a little toasted cumin seeds. So there you go, 1 King Prawn Dhansak.